Well, it's a new day in the workroom and there is still 8 of us here, which is cute and all, but mama, these queens need to go so I can win. And speaking of win, I need to win a challenge first. What's this now, episode 7, and I haven't gotten a single win yet, but I've been close. I'm not one to moan about it like a certain mouse. But I will moan about the chaos last week. Christy somehow was in the top 2 with Red Guy. Red Guy, I can understand he slayed, devoured, demolished and ate us all up in the Snatch game, but Christy didn't get many laughs as much as myself and Scooby. Smells like production has their favorite this season. I don't blame them, she is sickening after all.
It's a new day, and I am one very happy queen. I finally got a win. Well, it was top 2, but I'm counting it as a win. I know the other queens were shocked to see me in the top, especially Anka. I can understand their surprise because I was shocked myself. I assure you, I'm not sleeping with any of the judges, I'm not Forges, haha. But I am so grateful to be here, and I can't wait to also win the next challenge.
The queens gather in the workroom, offering congratulations to Red Guy for his challenge win and to Christy for her top 2 placement. They both thank them. Christy shares her happiness over her first win and then turns to Trisha and Anka, and asks them how it feels to be the only remaining queens yet to secure a win.
Reporting live from this confessional chair, it's Trisha Takanawa. Was that a hint of shade there, Christy? I'll tell you how it feels not having a win. It doesn't feel great, but ever since busting Mickey Mouse, I've been doing a lot better in this competition. I've been in the top twice, and I will continue to do well, and you were in the bottom twice. I'm just saying, sister, I love hanging out with you, but you don't want to get shady with me. I've dealt with queens like Peter and Lois Griffin.
What did she just say? Mama, I know she didn't try and come for me and Trisha. Excuse me, bitch. First of all, you don't have a win, it's a top 2 placement. Red Guy was the one named the winner of the challenge, not you, and secondly, you've been performing really bad these past couple weeks whilst me and Trisha have been doing pretty well. I might have to gag her a moment, mama.
Anka looks to Christy and asks her to remind her who was announced as the winner of the challenge last week. Christy said Red Guy. Anka asks her was she announced as the winner? Christy said no. Anka tells her then she doesn't have a win.
Ouch, but Anka is correct. I was the winner of the challenge last week, not Christy. I beat her in a lip sync. I couldn't believe it myself, but I put my whole ass into that performance and it paid off. I hit probably the best split of my career, almost breaking my ass. But that's how much I wanted that win, and now I'm on top of the world and I hope I can continue this role. I just need a comedy challenge or another improv challenge, please.
It's no mystery that Christy was in the top for the challenge because of her gown. I mean, she has gowns, beautiful gowns. But I don't want to sound like I'm moaning, I'm really not, but my Abby Lee Miller impression left RuPaul in hysterics and I should have been in the top. But I wasn't, and that's okay. It's a new day and a new challenge is approaching us. I don't know what challenge I want really. I feel like I'm a chameleon and I can do well in anything at this point.
Taken aback, Christy insisted that it should really count as a win, to which Anka replied that technically, it doesn't. Christy, looking at both Trisha and Anka, admitted she might have come off as rude, didn't she? Trisha said a little bit yes, and Anka confirmed that she was indeed rude and it was unnecessary. Christy then apologized to both Trisha and Anka, explaining she was just overly excited to have been in the top and hopes they forgive her. Trisha said she does and Anka just nodded.
I noticed the Fierce 4 queens are really at it with each other this morning. It's quite the spectacle. Anka seems over it. Her nod was telling, at least to me anyway. Anyway, while they debate over whether a top placement counts as a win, I'm just relieved to still be in the competition, especially since it was a non-elimination episode. I had a feeling it might be me, and I was sure Christy would be in the bottom 2. Her reputation as a lip-sync assassin had me worried, and after seeing her last performance, I knew I'd have been in trouble. She was outstanding. But Red Guy, he actually outperformed her in the lip sync, which is hilarious considering he wasn't exactly known for his lip syncing skills on season 9. It's great to see him elevate his drag and performances.
Double D asks how the queens feel post-Snatch game. Kimiko admits her nerves, doubting her performance, and expresses gratitude to Trisha for her support. Trisha acknowledges Kimiko's potential, assuring her that she was born to do drag. A surprised Kimiko thanks her, and said if only RuPaul could tell her the same thing. The queens all laugh.
Wow, thank you Trisha, it means a lot. Me?
Born to do drag. I mean, she's not wrong, and I appreciate her so much. She's been like a mother to me here. I never really knew my mother. She had left my father and I when I was a young girl, and my dad raised me on his own. Then he made it big in the technology world, creating an empire in Japan, and I am so proud of him, and I know how proud he is of me. I love you, Papa.
Darkrai asks Anka and Christy why didn't one of them choose someone else for the Snatch game if they knew the other had Ariana Grande. Anka said she didn't have a backup option. Christy said the same, she didn't have a backup. Darkrai said, how have you not got a backup for Snatch game? Anka said she didn't expect anyone else to be Ariana Grande. Kimiko tells the queens luckily she did have a backup, otherwise there would have been 3 Ariana Grandes at the Snatch game.
Oh dear, 3 Ariana Grandes. Luckily Kimiko came prepared with another character because I don't think having 3 Arianas would have played well. Luckily I also brought a backup just in case someone else was going to be Steve Jobs. I had a feeling no one else was going to be him, but my other character would have been Albert Einstein. And I want to thank Red Guy for helping me prepare a funny side of Steve, and it worked out very well.
Scooby-Doo tells Kimiko it was a good thing she had a backup and asked the queens what challenge do they think is coming next. Before they could answer, a producer tells them to get ready for the mini challenge.
Mini challenge? We haven't had one of those for a while. Am I ready? As ready as I'll ever be for this mini challenge.
Kimiko wins the mini challenge and will get an advantage for the maxi challenge.
Oh. Yay! I won a mini challenge, and I also get an advantage for the maxi challenge. I wonder what challenge we will be facing today. I hope a girl group. There's 8 of us here. For versus 4, I am ready to slay the house down.
My queens, do you smell that? I smell a nice juicy roast coming along. Yum yum.
And of course it's not a girl group challenge. Why would it be? It's a roast, and I don't know how to feel about it honestly. Sitting and writing jokes, this might not be my challenge.
Oh yes, now this is what I am talking about, a roast. Oh thank you. Now I know I am going to do well this challenge, and again, I don't see many comedy queens here. Darkrai is pretty funny, Anka, Scooby-Doo, but that's about it. I want Double D to do well. I've gotten to know him and we are getting on great, and like I said, loyalty means a lot to me, and if he needs I will offer my help. Give me the title of Miss Congeniality as well as the crown please, ha.
Hello, hello, hello!
My legendary children, for your maxi challenge this week, you will participate in a roast. And which soul are we roasting? Well, you will be roasting the judges panel and our extra special guest judge. She is the most shadiest and iconic queen of all time. She has opened many doors in her lifetime. It's Gia Gunn.
Oh mama, Gia Gunn. She's an icon, she's a legend, and she is the moment. I can't wait to roast her. Gia, I love you, queen. Probably not as much as Lola though. Big shout out to Lola. I am ready for this challenge.
Kimiko, as the winner of the mini challenge you will decide the order of the roast. Now good luck and don't F it up.
Oh wow, this is actually a huge advantage, and it could work in my favor. I know one thing. I am not putting myself after Red Guy. After witnessing his performance last week in the Snatch game, he had RuPaul in hysterics, so as much as I love him, I might have to put Double D after Red Guy. Double D is one of the front runners right now, but then so is Darkrai, and so is Scooby. I may have to think my plan over.
I'm ready to roast these bitches. And the queens of course, haha, but this is a challenge I want. I can crack jokes, but I don't usually plan my jokes, but looking at some of these queens, I'm not worried at all, it's them I'm worried for.
The Fierce Four are sitting and brainstorming their jokes. Christy said this is going to be a hard challenge. Kimiko agreed and said it's going to be tough creating the order for the roast. Anka asks her if she could open the show. Kimiko says she will have to think about it. Kimiko looks to Christy and asks where does she want to go. Christy said in the middle she wants to try and be just safe tonight. Anka said unless your outfit puts you in the top again. Christy puzzled asked her what did she say. Anka said nothing, don't worry.
Oh, I know what she said, and trust me my outfit will stun on that runway once more, but back to the challenge. I know this is going to be the hardest challenge I will ever face. I'm not a comedy queen by any means, but I am going to put my all in this challenge, and I am not even aiming for a win. I'm aiming for safe tonight. I hope Kimiko will give me a good spot in the order.
Kimiko looks to Trisha and asked her what spot did she want. Trisha looking to Kimiko said she wants a challenge, and to put her after Red Guy.
Is she crazy? There is no way I'm doing that. I know there's taking risks, But that's just a major risk. I'll put her after Scooby and before Red Guy, I think.
Breaking news, Trisha Takanawa wants a challenge, so I asked Kimiko to put me after Red Guy. We know Red Guy is going to kill this challenge and I want to be the one to follow him. I want to show the judges I can take these risks. It might pay off, it might not. It's called a risk for a reason.
Kimiko asks her if she's serious. Trisha looks at her and said yes, she really wants to take this risk. Kimiko said how about before Red Guy and after Scooby. Trisha asks her once again to be put after Red Guy. Kimiko tells her that's gonna be closing the show, and is Trisha happy with that? Trisha confidently nods. Kimiko sighed and said okay, Trisha will close the show, and said she's going to call the queens over. She's made her list.
So I'll be closing the show. This is a massive risk I will take. But now I will stay focused on thinking of jokes to roast these queens and the judges with. I normally get these jokes written for me, mainly by Stewie Griffin, who comes by Channel 5 News with Brian. I think I got this challenge. If not, I hope to be in the top or safe.
Kimiko said she has her list ready and tells the queens not to be offended where they are placed. Anka giggles and said she can't make any promises. They all laugh. Kimiko said opening the show is going to be Darkrai.
This is fantastic news. I'll be opening the show. I had hoped to either open or close, but I'm ready to set the tone for the entire roast. I'm confident these queens won't match my level. I can tell Anka is not pleased at the moment. There's definitely a rift in the Fierce Four. They must remember it's still a competition, and here, it's every queen for themselves.
Kimiko said after Darkrai will be Anka. Anka shakes her head. Kimiko asks what's wrong. Anka said to her she knew that she wanted to open the roast. Kimiko said sorry, but she's made up her mind. Anka stays quiet.
Mama, what happened to friendship and the Fierce Four? I know it's every queen for themselves here, but we are supposed to help each other. And you know what? If they need any help from me in future, it's going to be a no from me for now on.
Kimiko said after Anka, it's going to be Christy. Christy thanks Kimiko and said she's happy with that. Kimiko tells them after Christy will be herself. Then after Kimiko, will be Scooby-Doo.
Okay, so I'm middle of the pack. I'm a funny queen, but actually writing jokes, that could be a challenge within itself. But like I said, I'm a chameleon, so I'm hoping to do well in this challenge.
Kimiko said after Scooby-Doo will be Double D, then after Double D will be Red Guy.
Oh no, this feels like I'm being set up to fail this challenge, going after Scooby-Doo, who is a comedy queen, and then before Red Guy, who is the funniest queen here. I think I'm in danger tonight, but I need to clear my head and get my thinking hat on. Oh wait, it's already on. See, I can make a joke, but it's actually putting it to paper will be hard. Thanks a lot, Kimiko. I thought we were closer than that.
Well, it looks like I'm in the best spot, just before the close, and Trisha is closing the show? That's interesting, and my poor friend Double D, he's after Scooby-Doo and before me. I smell a sabotage attempt. I know he's one of the front runners, and that's pretty low of Kimiko, but I will help Double D to make sure he will be fine. First, I have to work on my own jokes first, and I've already got about 20 in my head already. I'm gonna have to do some editing down.
Kimiko said that closing the show will be Trisha, and does anyone have a problem with that? Anka said yes. Kimiko said she's made her decision and some will like it, some will not, and apologizes to Anka, and the queens all disperse to their tables. Red Guy is writing down his jokes, almost filling his entire page. He looks to Double D and asks him how is he doing. Double D said to him honestly not good, and that he can't think of a single thing. Red Guy says to him he will help him if he needs it. Double D thanks Red Guy and said he will be fine, but if he could borrow one joke to get his mind started and motivated. Red Guy hands him his page and Double D is shocked to see the whole page is full. Then sees a joke he likes, and asks Red if he can use it. Red looks and said of course he can and lets Double D use that joke. They both continue writing their jokes and bond a lot.
Honestly, I'm grateful to Red Guy. It's been tough these past few weeks without my best friends, Ed and Eddie. However, Red Guy has been here for me, even offering to help with my jokes. I want to tackle this challenge on my own, but I did use one of his jokes to kickstart my motivation, and I've managed to write a quarter of a page. There's still time before the challenge, and I intend to use it wisely.
The Fierce Four gather together. Christy, Kimiko and Trisha are just staring into their blank pieces of paper, whilst Anka is writing down some jokes. Christy said she has no clue what to write and is thinking out loud. Kimiko asks her to please keep her volume to a minimum because she's trying to concentrate. Christy apologizes and said she didn't know she was doing that. Kimiko tells her it's okay and continues trying to brainstorm. Trisha Stump notices Anka has written half a page of jokes. Trisha asks her if she could help her.
Oh, let me think about that 1 second. No. Sorry, Trisha, but it's every queen for herself. Good luck though.
Anka tells Trisha she can't help her right now. Kimiko asked her once she's done with Trisha if she could help her. Anka looks to Kimiko and said no. Kimiko, shocked, said we are supposed to be sisters. Anka said to her that she didn't think of that when doing the order, and Anka gets up from the table and moves. Trisha, Christy and Kimiko are getting worried.
Oh, I think I've really upset her by not letting her open the roast. I didn't think Darkrai was a comedy queen, because I've seen nothing but runways from him, so I thought he could open and flop the roast, leaving Anka to have a strong performance. Maybe I should have said to her why I did it, but she's moved tables now, and I feel really bad for her. I will have to speak with her later, let her calm down a little. Anka, I'm sorry.
Darkrai and Scooby are jotting down some jokes. Darkrai said to Scooby, did you hear that commotion? Scooby tells him of course, he's a good listener. Darkrai tells Scooby the Fierce Four are cracking by the looks of things. Scooby agreed and said to Darkrai to look at Untucked last week, where Anka was dragging Christy. Darkrai nodded and asked Scooby how's he getting on with the jokes. Scooby said really good actually and said he's done half a page and does Darkrai want to hear some. Darkrai said yes absolutely, and Scooby told Darkrai some of his material, and Scooby asks Darkrai what did he think. Darkrai tells Scooby he's sorry but he didn't find a lot of it funny. Scooby, shocked, asked really? Darkrai said yes and he respects Scooby so much he doesn't want to lie to him. Scooby thanks Darkrai and said his respect for him has gone through the roof and said he's going to scrap what he has and said he's going to start again. Darkrai reminds Scooby there's not a lot of time left and does he think he will be okay. Scooby said he will be fine, hopefully. Darkrai looks and spots Anka approaching them.
I might have discarded my entire roast. I had Darkrai listen to my material, and he didn't find it funny. My respect for him has gone up, for being totally honest with me, and since we share a similar sense of humor, if he didn't like it, I probably wouldn't either, and I'm certain the judges wouldn't. Time is against me, so I can't afford to spend much of it on this, and with Anka coming over, I really don't have time to listen to any drama at the moment.
Anka asked Scooby and Darkrai if she could sit with them. Darkrai said of course, and are things not working out over there? Anka said no, not really, and she really wanted to open the show because she has some good material, and offers Darkrai to look it over. Darkrai tells Anka he won't lie to her and that's pretty funny. Anka, shocked, thanked him. Anka said to them do they think she overreacted by leaving the table? Scooby said he heard the entire thing and it was justified and that he also heard Kimiko say she feels bad for what happened. Anka asked him really? Scooby said he has these big ears and he can hear everything. Anka said she will have a chat with Kimiko later, she don't want to fall out with them over something so silly. Scooby tells Anka no offense but he has to work on this material. Anka apologized and they all continue their work on their material. A producer informs the queens that time is running short, causing a slight panic among the rest of the Fierce Four, who jot down any thoughts that come to mind. Trisha admits she's gathered as much as she can. Although dissatisfied with her material, she's determined to make it work and improvise on the spot. Kimiko offers her best wishes, confessing she couldn't manage such a task. Christy suggests they collaborate and assist one another. Trisha responds that she's struggling to help herself, let alone others, prompting a shared laugh and a moment of bonding among them. Red Guy slayed the challenge.
Once again, I had RuPaul and the judges in stitches. I might be on track for my second win. Back to back, may I add. Receiving that extra boost of motivation from last week's video message from my Season 9 sisters, Raquel, Fry, and Mr. Turner.
Darkrai and Anka had a great performance.
Even though I didn't get the placement in the order of the roast I wanted, I still managed to get a great response from the judges, and once again I feel like I could be in the top. But mama, as you seen last week, anything can happen. What's next? Messy Mouse is gonna come back and win the challenge. I don't even know right now.
Christy, Scooby, Double D, Kimiko and Trisha had a good performance.
I did alright. I had to improvise some jokes, but I'm not sure if the judges appreciated them since I didn't receive many reactions. That makes me think I should be concerned, and perhaps I need to start learning this lip-sync song.
Before the judging, Kimiko asks Anka for a private word. Kimiko apologizes to Anka, and she said to her she was looking out for her because she thought Darkrai wasn't a comedy queen, and would flop the opening of the roast, only for Anka to overshadow him, being next in the order. Anka thanks Kimiko for looking out for her and she's sorry for overreacting, and she's also sorry for not helping them out with the jokes. Kimiko said it's fine and it's water under the bridge, and they have a hug and head to the main stage. Welcome to the main stage of Cartoon Drag Race Season 10. Let me introduce to you our judging panel. First, she is one of our resident judges. She is Season 8 champion and icon, she is Musa. Up next, one of our other resident judges, she is drag legend and fashion icon, she is Raja. And our extra special guest judge, drag race icon, door opener and she don't jump guns, she is the Boom Boom Gun. She is Gia Gun. Welcome darlings. This week we asked our queens to roast us alive, now good luck and don't F it up. Now let the judging commence. Red Guy, congratulations, you are the winner of this challenge.
Thank you so much, this is now my second win. Back to back I might add, now I have established myself as one of the front runners of the season. I may have started off slow but it was all worth it. Thank you Mother RuPaul.
Darkrai and Anka, great job this week, you are both safe.
Thank you, once again I'm in the top. I did get a lot of laughs, but it felt none compared to Red Guy, who deserved this win. Welcome to the 2 Wins Club.
Thank you so much. I was so annoyed earlier today, but Mama, me and Kimiko have made up. I was just a little overdramatic and I think it might have cost me this win. Oh well, Red deserved. But to be told by Gia Gun that I am one of the funniest queens she's ever met, it's amazing.
Double D, Trisha Takanawa and Scooby-Doo, you are the bottoms of the week. Scooby-Doo, you are safe.
Zoinks, that was close. I've been on such a roll lately and surprisingly a comedy challenge was my downfall. But I'm happy with what I managed to create in such short time, and it was just enough to save me from the bottom. I need a Scooby snack pronto.
Trisha Takanawa, Double D, you are both up for elimination.
The time has come for you to lip sync for your life.
Breaking news, Trisha Takanawa is up for elimination, and I'm against Double D, who kept my voice recorder a secret, and I trusted him the most here. It hurts to be in the bottom with him, but we both have to give it our all.
I had a feeling I was going to be here, but up against Trisha, it does hurt a little. Me and her have been very close. At least I'm not against Kimiko or Christy because then, I would be more nervous than I already am. Good luck my friend, good luck.
The lip sync song is Take Your Mama by the Scissor Sisters. Both Trisha and Double D had a great lip sync. Double D.
Until you stay.
Trisha Takanawa.
Sashay away.
This is Trisha Takanawa signing off. Stay tuned because this reporter's story is far from over. I love you all, thank you.
This is Untucked.
The queens congratulate Red Guy once again for winning the challenge, and they congratulate Double D for surviving the lip sync. They both thank them. Darkrai tells Red Guy he's a little gagged. He went from background character with a huge ass, to now one of the front runners with a huge ass. They all laugh. Red Guy said it's crazy to think on Season 9 he was the second eliminated and now here on Season 10 he's one of the queens to beat. Kimiko looks to Double D and said to him she never expected him to perform like that. Double D said he's full of surprises and he's not just the intelligent queen they all know. Red Guy asks who do they think are the front runners right now. Darkrai said it's pretty obvious, and said it's him, Red Guy, Double D and Scooby-Doo. Anka asks why does he say that and she thinks that she should be considered as well. Darkrai said they will consider her, once she wins a challenge, but with only 7 of them left there's not many more to win. Anka agreed and said trust her, she's winning the next one. Darkrai said he hopes she does and adds that, she's been robbed a couple times, especially last week of that top spot. Christy says please don't bring that up again. Darkrai chuckles and said he's just playing, then says it's actually true though. Christy shakes her head and walks off. Anka and Kimiko follow her. Red Guy laughed and told Darkrai that he certainly knows how to rile up the girls, prompting laughter from everyone. Darkrai remarked that it's quite easy when you're accustomed to dealing with such queens back home. Scooby says he's a little gagged that they are the front runners over the girls, prompting Double D to ask why he was so astonished. Scooby explained that in previous seasons, the girls have completely dominated the guys. Darkrai observed that these girls seem less prepared for the challenges than the four of them are, and they are aspiring only to be glamorous Instagram queens, with the exception of Anka, who he says is performing very well. Red Guy agreed, mentioning he had expected her to be in the top 2 last week, a sentiment Double D shared with a giggle. Scooby playfully teased Double D about becoming a shady queen, to which Double D chuckled and denied. Darkrai then declared that they were looking at the top 4 right here, a vision Red Guy could also see coming, and they all bonded. Christy tells Kimiko and Anka that the roast was such a hard challenge. Kimiko agreed and said to her but they were both safe together, and they hugged and also congratulated Anka for her high placement this week. Anka thanks them and said that they both need to honestly step it up next week because they are in risk of going home. Kimiko agreed and said that the guys are outdoing them every week. Christy said she didn't expect all these comedy and improv challenges, and asks where is the girl group, where is another dance challenge? Anka tells her Drag Race is more than just girl groups and dance challenges, it's a mixture of talents. Christy agreed and said she's hoping for one more dance challenge. Anka tells her she doesn't think there's going to be one and she should prepare herself for it. Kimiko agreed and said she's going to really miss Trisha and hopes to see her again soon. They all agreed and bonded a lot.
Hey, squirrel friend! When one video ends, just open up another one. It's called binge viewing. Go ahead. I support you.